So Miss Megan had came down to her hometown, also known as Miss Tina Snow, but I'm more excited to tell you guys about my journey of being the only bottle girl at her show. Let's disclose. Testing, 1, 2, 3. This is the young prince by the name of Beasley. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Beasley here. Hope you all are staying cool, calm, and collected out there. So I haven't done this in a while, but I wanted to give you guys a story time about my past weekend full of shenanigans. Y'all, before I start this off, I gotta say I'm immensely thankful for any opportunity that comes my way. Because when I tell you guys, this opportunity was not on my 2024 list, bucket list, manifestation list, prayer list. It wasn't on any list. But I will say, one day a few months ago, I saw that Megan Thee Stallion was coming to Houston. Of course, she was going to come to Houston. She's on tour. This is her hometown. Like, duh. But I will say, I did pray. And I was like, you know what, God? I don't have the funds to pay for these tickets, but I would like to go to this show. And then I just left it alone, and baby, this is how the story time happened. So back a few weeks ago, mainly towards the ass end of May, you know, I was at work and decided to take a picture that I'm going to insert right here. I was in like this like black leopard Shein silk shirt. You know what, I was looking good that day, so I'm like, let me take a picture. And since the picture had a little bit of a glare in it, I was just gonna post the picture on my stories and just leave it alone. But I was like, you know what? I rarely post my main timeline, and you know, I need to start putting myself out there and trying to at least have a pubic hair within the algorithm. So I'm like, let me go ahead and post this picture onto my main page. So you know how sometimes on Instagram, whenever you post a picture, you do your likes and hashtags and all that. Normally there would be like a bunch of random, sometimes bots, sometimes spam pages being like, check your DMs, check your DMs, check your DMs. And 9 times out of 10, I usually just always write it off as some BS that's not going to amount to anything or it's going to be fake. However, this time, to my surprise, it was very real. So a few minutes or a few hours after I posted that pic, there was this lady. I don't know if I can expose people's names, so I'm gonna give them nicknames. I'm gonna call her Coral, you know, to just keep everything on like the down low, hush hush or whatever. But Coral was like, check your DMs. And I checked my DMs and she was like, hey, we're looking for a brand ambassador, a sampler for somebody to come out to Megan Thee Stallion's concert and be the person to pass out samples for her tequila brand, like be a promo brand ambassador. If you guys don't know what that is, like normally like at a car show, you would see a bunch of like pretty female models like promoting either like a sports drink or like an automobile company. That's like what a promo brand ambassador is. So they asked me if I wanted to do that, and I was just like, sure, why not? Now mind you guys, this is me still thinking that this is just like some fake BS, so you know what, I was just like, I got time today, let me just go ahead and entertain this girl. So she got my information and I gave her a few pictures for her to quote unquote submit to the people that were actually like going to be in charge of this whole entire event. And baby, I still did not think it was legit until we had a phone call and she gave me the rundown on what I need to do, what I need to wear, and how I need to arrive. So I was just like, oh, this is real? She even gave me instructions to download this app, and literally it was like a booking platform for brand ambassadors, and I like got all the guidelines as soon as I filled everything out, and I was like, oh, this is legit. So the next few days I was waiting to hear back from her, and I got a call within like 2 days, I believe. She called me, she hit me up, she said that they wanted to use me for the to be a part of the team. So I'm gonna come in. She told me to like come in like some black shorts and wear a low cut white tank top so your breasts are out. But basically wear a white tank top and some shorts, come in looking like a basic hood nigga. So fast forward the day of the concert, you know, I was working, got off work, drove my ass all the way to downtown at the Toyota Center, and the biggest struggle was finding parking, and the biggest struggle was getting in that thing. And then I ended up having to like enter in through the dock area of the whole entire stadium, and I had to wait for clearance. My point of contact, his name was Mike. He was one of like the lead producers. That's actually his real name. I don't know if I can disclose, but you know what, Mike. Got stopped by security, called him, he came up, and then he gave me like 2 wristbands. This one is the one for the VIP area. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I'm gonna put in a video next to it, like of me showing off the wristbands. But also this was like another wristband of like a working wristband. Basically showing that like I'm a part of that staff and baby, I had all access. Now when I got in there, mind you, like it was backstage, like I saw like a lot of the dancers, they were dancing there, like practicing in the hallway. It was a lot of like Megan Thee Stallion and GLORILLA's entourage. I think I was mainly in GLORILLA's area of the stadium where her dressing room was. But I got in there and then I got into like a holding room where a lot of the production team and the videographers were hanging out, and there was also like a catering room on the other side as well. But y'all, to my surprise, when I got in there, I asked Mike, I'm like, so where's the rest of the promo team? Like, where are the other brand ambassadors? Because mind you, this is my first like brand ambassador job, so I thought it was gonna be like a team of other like good looking men that were gonna like be with me to serve drinks to the VIP guests. And when I asked that, they looked at me like, what do you mean? And then I looked at them, I'm like, what do you mean, what do I mean? And then Mike and then Todd, who's another one of the lead producers, he came and told me, he's like, oh, they just picked you. Like it's just you. Like, you're the only one that's needed for this event. And I was just like, I'm flattered. But also, you guys, I was nervous because, like, dang, like, I'm gonna be doing this by myself? Like, what? Like, my first, like, little gig like this, I'm just basically gonna be winging it by myself. But you know what, they rest assured everything. They said they were gonna guide me to where I needed to be and basically like walk me through like how to make the drinks. And they also gave me a uniform to wear too. So I wore the white tank top, but they also gave me these these hot boy booty shorts. Yo, these are actually pretty cute. Like, I don't know if this is like official tour merch, but if it's not, then I'm the only one in the world with these shorts. They also gave me this hat to wear too as well. So basically I was the title of Megan Thee Stallion's hot boy. I was the hot boy. Now I don't know the official name of Meg's tequila brand, but it comes in like a red and like orange bottle. Like that's like the coloring for the brand. And in this video, this is her holding the bottle. So if you guys were at the Houston show, you were one of the first few people that tasted Meg's tequila. After I got dressed in that slutty outfit, I was tasked with making the drinks. The 2 drinks were a Hottie Sunrise and a Hottie Watermelon Rita. A lot of people love the Hottie Watermelon Rita, but people were complaining that the Sunrise was a little too sweet. So I made my first round of drinks and I was tasked with delivering them to GLORILLA's dressing room. Now mind you, like backstage, you can't hear anything. Like, you can't hear anything that's going on stage. Like, it is completely soundproof backstage. So I didn't know that at that time when I finished making the drinks that GLORILLA's set was already done and she was back in her dressing room. And that first tray of drinks that I made was to deliver them to her dressing room. So I walk up, you know, in that outfit, muscle showing, with that tray of drinks. And the first person I see is this black Asian man with dreads, who I was told later on was her personal trainer slash bodyguard, but I also think he was also slash her boyfriend. Y'all, when I tell you that man was fine as hell, fine as I don't know what, you guys. Like, that man was fine. But he saw me walk up with this tray of drinks, and I was like, what's up? I'm here to deliver these to GLORILLA. And he was like, I'll take it to her. Like, just like got up in like a little panic, and I'm like, sir, calm down. I want you, not her. But after that, it was time for Megan Thee Stallion's set to start, and that meant it was time for me to start. So I went ahead, made some drinks, and then before I was able to walk out, I got introduced to, I'm gonna say that his name is Sean, aka, I'm gonna call him Duce Daddy. Duce Daddy was either like the marketing director or the marketing VP for either Duce or for the company that owns Duce, you know. I think either like one of the production people told me that he's like very close, has a very close relationship to Jay-Z. I mean, that is his brand. But I met Sean, Duce Daddy, and he was real cool. He kind of gave me the rundown, basically telling me like, deliver the drinks mainly to the second row of the VIP section. I guess because they paid more money or something like that. and possibly like deliver some drinks to his friends out there, but like stay away from the bar. Y'all, Meg hits the stage. I make my first run out, and I get to the VIP section. These old thugged out niggas just looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing here? Y'all, as soon as I got in the section, the first person that instantly recognized me was DJ Chose. Ain't that DJ Chose over there? He was like, Beasley, what's up? I was like, oh shit. Y'all, I was hoping I wasn't gonna run into anybody I knew, but I guess the cat was out the bag. Houston is a big ass city, but it's very small. But a little backstory, this is off topic, but DJ Chose and I went to school together. We went to PV together, and we had a class together either in my junior year or our senior year. Like, we took business calculus together, and baby, he used to cheat off of me in business calculus. Every test, every quiz, I would just do it, and I would just slide it to him, and then he would just slide it to the people back to me. It was like a whole rotation, and it was back to me. Everybody got no less than an 80. But I got to say hi to him briefly, and then I was tasked with like giving people drinks, and then also like posing for the camera, taking pictures, you name it. It was immensely fun. Now later on, I tried my best to just, you know, stay towards the second part of the section, but I ended up giving drinks to everybody because it was just like, fuck it. Like, y'all paid y'all's money, y'all are here. After I had made like a couple rounds, I think I did it at least 9 or 10 times, like walking back and forth. It was like a long distance to walk from backstage to the VIP section, but baby, I got my steps in that day. But I will say it was fun. And then after that, Do Say Daddy was like, hey, if you want to stay and watch the rest of the show, you can. Like, you're off the clock. And then he was like, before you do that though, go get me and my girls a drink. Like, there were like 2 racially ambiguous girls with him. I came back with 3 hottie watermelon Ritas in my hand, and he was like, oh, I'm not gonna drink it, just these 2, you can have this. And I was like, ugh, I can't drink. And he was like, boy, you're off the clock, have that drink. And I gotta say, it was good. Meg's tequila is really good. Like, I think it's gonna be a hit. And I'm not even just saying that because I represented the brand. I love tequila, I'm a tequila drinker. Tequila is like my number 1 alcohol beverage of choice. Her tequila is really good. So I go back to the VIP section, stand next to DJ Chose. We kind of caught up for a little bit, and basically like just caught up with each other. And then we were like watching Meg on stage. And I remember when I was watching her, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I started to cry. And I started to cry because, for one, she's like a bona fide superstar. Like, she was up there really just like shining, y'all. Looking amazing, performing her heart out. Like, she didn't miss no steps, not even sweating. Like, she looked absolutely stunningly amazing. And it had me thinking, like, this is what living out your dreams and your manifestations and all the prayers that you pray to God looks like. I think the main reason I cried is because I really do struggle with believing in myself. I really do. And to see somebody who 100% believes in themselves really living out their dreams, like their wildest dreams, like that was truly a beautiful sight to see. So it's the next day, Saturday, you know, I'm at work, shameless plug, I work for Fenty Beauty. Damn, I've had 2 celebrity bosses within 1 year, you guys. Something else I didn't think was going to be on my 2024 list. But they told me on that Saturday I basically was going to be doing the same thing. So I was like, okay, cool, that'll be easy. I already know where to park. I already know where to go now. Like, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty Gucci. But during my shift, I literally just got finished putting some foundation on a client, and I get a call from Coral. And then I go to the back to take it, and Coral was like, hey, they loved you so much that instead of you coming to the concert tonight, they actually want you to be at Meg's after party. And I was like, bitch, what? So y'all, immediately I got nervous. I was like, the after party? Coral was like, yeah, you don't have to come to the concert tonight. Like, don't worry about that. Like, we want you to arrive at the after party at 12 a.m. and then you will be working from like 12 a.m. to about like 3 a.m. Like, how does that sound? And I'm just like, you know what? Hey, I ain't got nothing else better to do. I ain't got no man. Why not? So after I got off the phone, like, she gave me the flyer, which I'm going to post here. And she gave me Do Say Daddy's number, who was my point of contact. Oh wow, I got his number on my phone now, you guys. I got the plug at Duce. The after party was being held at this place called Juliet, which I had heard of, but I had never been. Like, I've never been there. I kind of knew the area that it was in because there was like a nightclub, like a restaurant, like right across from it that I used to go to, like about like a few years ago, but I have never been to Juliet. Come to find out, it was actually a steakhouse that they turned into a nightclub for Megan and GLORILLA. So I was like, okay, cool. This is gonna be dope. So when I get there, I immediately had deja vu. Immediately. Like, I have a weird spiritual gift to where, like, I will have dreams about certain things and I'll forget about them and then they happen in real life. I pulled up, I instantly recognized like the little movie sign that's at the top of it. Like, I immediately recognized that, and I immediately recognized like parking where I was told to park. So I walked up to the spot and I saw this cop, this like cute cop that I used to see back when I used to work at Sex all the time. Like, he was looking at me like where I know this nigga from? It's 12 a.m. I walked in there. The place was completely empty at that point, and Duce Daddy gave me the rundown and basically told me that, like, I'm basically the party's bottle girl. I got introduced to, like, the owner, the general manager, and also the bartender staff who I was going to be working closely with that night. I had on the same hot boy outfit as I was requested, and, you know, a few people arrived, and we kind of got the party started a little bit. Like, it was very, very slow at first. And I gotta say, you guys, being at that party, I was so nervous, and I really, like, for the first time in a long time, I felt like I was just working class. I started off, like, with a round of Meg's Reposado shots, like, walking around the room, even though barely anybody was there. There was this one group of girls, and you know how these Instagram girls in real life be looking. They be looking like they're just too good to talk to you, too good to interact with you. Like, it was like at least 4 or 5 of them in this one section, and I walked over, I'm like, hello ladies, how can I help you? And they're all just sitting there just like, and I'm just like, are y'all good? And they're just like, we're good. I'm just like, okay, you stuck up bitches. But I walk over to the photo booth area. I was gonna give the guy who was running the photo booth a drink, but he was like, no, I want you to go ahead and take a picture with this tray. Like, you look dope. And I took a picture with the tray in the backdrop. Finally, more people started to arrive, and there were some people that sat in this section next to the stuck up girls, and they were more of my vibe because they were ready to turn up, baby. They wanted all the drinks. All the drinks. And I was like, yeah, y'all are my kind of vibe. I'm trying to drive the boat, huh? Around 1:30 is when the party really started jumping and people were really starting to come in, and like I was passing out drink after drink after drink after drink. Everybody was really just like feeling the vibe. Maxo Cream was there, and then this one dude who used to be my manager at Saks by the name of James was there. I was just like, James, like, what you doing here? Everybody was looking good, bitch. Like, everybody was just like bling bling, diamonds and rings. All the Instagram girls were Instagramming, looking good. The BBLs were out, the titties were out. Everybody was looking so damn good, you guys. And when I was like passing around the tray, there was like luckily like some girls that were warming up to me. Like, there were girls that were taking pictures with me, and there were some that even offered for me to take a shot with them. And I'm just like, oh, I can't. I'm trying to be a professional thought. Meg didn't arrive until probably around like 2 or 2:15, somewhere in that area. And baby, when I tell you up close in person, Meg is absolutely stunningly beautiful. Now, don't get me wrong, she big, but she big and beautiful. Like, she is like a glamazon, no Beth Phoenix from the WWE. Like, she is absolutely gorgeous. Like, how she looks on camera and television, that's how she looks in person. Y'all, just like GLORILLA, I was this close to meeting her. This close. The closest I got to her though was taking drinks to her section, and then the people in her section just took the tray from me. Like, that was the closest I got to her. Like, I'm just like, damn. Like, I was so close to meeting GLORILLA and so close to meeting Meg, and it did not happen. But I will say, hey, at least I was in the party. I'm also mad too, you guys, because I was not able to have my phone. Like, per the contract, I couldn't like be on my phone or record anything. But I did sneak and get a tiny bit of footage, but I didn't get to get Meg and GLORILLA in that footage. I was so pissed, you guys. I was just like, ugh, yeah. Like the closest I got is like of the venue and of the room, like basically like just showing off like towards the end. Like she was in that crowd, like there were so many people crowding around her, you guys. Like anytime she moved, the whole entire room moved. But she was having a good time. She looks like a good vibe. And I really feel like if I met her that we would be good friends. But yeah, this video right here was the closest I got to filming. Like even the white girl, she said like hi to me. She was so sweet. She was so thankful that I got her a vodka shot, because at that venue, at the party, they were only trying to serve mixed tequila or Douce lemonade. Like, that was it. Like, but she was like, oh my God, thank you! And I got her a vodka shot. I love you too, you dirty whore. But overall, you guys, I gotta say, I'm immensely thankful to God and the Douce team and Corel and Douce Daddy for the opportunity. I will say the production team asked me if I was going to be with them in Dallas, and I was like, do y'all need me in Dallas? And they said, we do actually, but we'll see, so fingers crossed. But I gotta say that I'm very, very thankful for the opportunity, and it let me know that even if nothing comes from this, I think something in the future is going to come from this, because the fact that I was the only one chosen for this is still, like, surprising to me. Like, I just didn't think that, like, out of all the men in Houston, me, Beasley. But no, seriously, like, I'm very, very thankful. And I gotta say, looking at Megan and looking at GLORILLA, like, two women that are really out here, like, working their ass off and really living out their dreams and their manifestations, I gotta say, it's like awakened a new layer of me in knowing that what I'm doing could potentially amount to something. Like, I have a very fucked up belief system in myself. Like, I can believe in other people and fill them the fuck up and like encourage them, but I can't do the same for myself. I really struggle with my belief system, especially when it comes to this YouTube channel. But I will say I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. Like, seeing Meg on that stage really lit up a new fire up under my ass, and I just gotta get to work. But yeah, y'all, let me know what you guys think about this story time and my journey to my first ever industry party, you know, being a male thought at the industry party. Yeah, but those are my disclosures. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to come back at you guys with some more content.